Sheriff Jim Neal, who is holding a news conference for us right now. Let's go to that if we can. And folks, as you know, the Hamilton County Courthouse has been evacuated, now closed for the day. We are awaiting Sheriff Jim Neal. As you can see him here, he's about to give us comments about what is happening at the courthouse. The bomb-sniffing dogs detected something in a suitcase that a woman entering the courthouse had inside her suitcase. Something was in there that made them very, very concerned, so concerned they shut down the courthouse for the day and completely evacuated it. Let's listen in.
Cincinnati Bomb Squad, Hamilton County, Cincinnati Fire Department Bomb Squad, Hamilton County Sheriff's Bomb Squad was dispatched for a suspicious package at the courthouse.
So we're understanding a woman entered the courthouse with a suitcase. Tell me how they determined that there was something in that suitcase.
Deputies that worked the scanners at the courthouse processed her carry-on luggage through the detector, and a suspicious item was detected in her carry-on luggage, which ended up culminating into the bomb squad being called out to deal with because once the item in the package that was suspicious, it made the package suspicious. So we handled it as a suspicious package.
Can you talk to us about how the dogs were used inside the courthouse?
Dogs are used for conducting general sweeps. These explosive detection canine handlers use their canines for general sweeps. And as you've seen earlier, we utilize them for sweeps in our staging area for possible secondary devices.
Talk to us a little bit about what you ended up finding in this suitcase.
What was found in the suitcase, the suspicious item was a perfume container that was shaped like a World War II pineapple grenade with a steel cap and pin in it. So on the x-ray, it looked like a World War II hand grenade.
You took this woman into custody just for questioning, things like that. Was she cooperating the entire time, telling you that it was just a perfume bottle?
That I don't know. I am a bomb tech, and I was down here assisting with the render safe procedures. I have no idea of what questions were asked upstairs and what questions were not asked. I'm here as a bomb tech.
Thinking that there might be a grenade inside that, talk about how serious that is and the importance of evacuating quickly and getting everybody safely out of the building.
Fragmentation grenades are very dangerous. And when they detonate, they have a 360-degree radius, and the shrapnel is moving at approximately 3,000 feet per second, so it's very deadly.
Can you also sort of talk to us about the charges that this woman might be facing, if anything at all?
No charges at this time. It's still under investigation.
Why did the bomb dogs hit on the suitcase and the bag that she had?
The dogs are trained to hit on a multitude of chemicals that are both make up energetic materials. It could have been peroxides in her. It was a carry-on luggage with a lot of her personal effects. Inside some of the product would have been some peroxide. The dog could have hit on some peroxide or anything. She could have set her luggage down on a yard that was freshly fertilized, and the dog could have hit on nitrate. There's a number of possible scenarios there, but the dogs did their job. And the suspicious item in the suitcase looked like a World War II pineapple grenade, and that was the design of it. And it, as I said before, it turned out to be perfume with a cap with a pin in it. So it did look like a grenade on the x-ray. And
you recently had some exercises that went on, some training exercises inside the courthouse. How'd that play out today, and how did that work for you guys?
as you could see, we utilized all the deputy sheriffs that were assigned in the courthouse to assist with crowd control and traffic control, because we had to set a perimeter to keep our public safe, and they did a very good job of working the intersections around the courthouse.
Sheriff,
I received word that the court administrator canceled court for today, so now obviously you have cases that still need to be heard, so it's going to increase the workload in the future, that's for sure.
I think I can help answer that question. Courthouse Administrator Dressman made the call to close the courthouse today. It was obviously the right call, given the fact that generally it was known that there was this threat and hazard that was occurring in the morning. People who may have had court appearances this afternoon may not get the word that the all clear had been given, wouldn't know whether they should show up or not. It's a lot easier to reschedule matters than to thrust everyone who had a case today into the realm of uncertainty, and so the decision was made to provide that clarity and that certainty. It'll be up to the individual judges administering their respective courts to reschedule those items that were canceled as a consequence of today's event.
In your time, there have been many evacuations, but ever a situation to this extent where the courthouse actually has to be closed for the day?
Well, I can't recall where the courthouse was closed for a day. In fact, even on 9/11, the decision was made as public buildings were closed throughout the nation to keep everything open, and there was an election that day, if everyone may recall, and we felt it was appropriate to indicate that we would not allow our democratic process to be upended. But that was an entirely different scenario because there was no identifiable real and present danger or immediate threat that had been determined in Hamilton County. This was much different. And the call to evacuate the courthouse, given what the information was that was available to the sheriff's deputies and to the professional members of the Sheriff's Bomb Unit and the Cincinnati Fire Division's Hazardous Devices Unit, they made the right call. And they acted professionally. They acted in the way in which their training says that they should respond, and the right decision was made. You never have a second chance to be perfect, and we would much prefer for, if any decision is to be made, for the decision to be made on the side of caution and safety as opposed to deciding the other way. So they made the right call.
I want to verify, Sheriff, I jumped in a little late. This turned out to be a perfume bottle. Is that the case?
Absolutely. It was a perfume bottle shaped like a World War II, what has been nicknamed as a pineapple grenade.
Okay. Anything else? What you were saying earlier, I'm sorry, again, coming in a little late. Everything worked the way it's supposed to, it seemed like.
Absolutely. When you're working on render safe, especially when you're using robotics, it's a very deliberate. And it takes time to operate this technology, and that's the reason that the operation was dragged out for a period of time, which helped the court administrator make the call, because this equipment does not move quickly for a reason. It's designed that way, to be deliberate, smooth, and slow with its movements.
And you were talking about it could have been, the suitcase could have hit on something in a fertilizer or something like that.
Absolutely. The luggage could have been sat down on a yard that was freshly fertilized, and the dog was hitting on the nitrates in the fertilizer. The dog could have been hitting on peroxides in her in her carry-on luggage because she had she had perfumes and toiletry accessories in there as well.
No charges.
You have been watching a
Not at this
news conference.
time.
That is Sheriff Jim Neal. He's also joined by Hamilton County Commissioner Todd Portune. Of course, what they're discussing, if you're just joining us, is the Hamilton County Courthouse was shut down and closed for the entire day today because a woman had in a piece of luggage, something she brought into the courthouse, what appeared to be a World War II pineapple grenade. I actually think we have a photograph of one we can show you. There it is. It was a perfume bottle, but it was shaped to look like that. And when they ran it through the X-ray scanner, that's what they saw. Bomb-sniffing dogs hit on that piece of luggage as well. So it caused, of course, great concern. Todd Portune very happy with how the entire Hamilton County and City of Cincinnati bomb squad reacted to all of this. Meanwhile, the courthouse is shut down for the day, folks. Of course, we're going to keep on top of this. We'll get back to more information when we get back.